Hey guys, I'm going to do a demonstration of how to do the Chinese start on African clearing. There's two ways to do the Chinese start on African clearing, but I prefer one way over the other. The way that I don't like is when you send all 3 villagers to build the TC at the start. I actually prefer doing it slightly differently. This is actually something that I got off Hera, and that is you send one of your villagers to build a mill next to a pond sort of near where they spawn to get them collecting food while your town centre is being built. It does delay your town centre going up a little bit, but like most of the time that villager will be spent is walking across the map anyway, so you're only going to really get your town centre up maybe a little bit faster. And in a big team game like 4v4 or something like that, which this build is aimed at, often you'll have a villager that arrives to your TC after it's up, so it's more efficient to make a mill and just get them working on food at the start. So what that does is it means that you've got some food in the bank when your town centre's up, and then you can queue loom, queue all of your villagers to the shorefish, and then by the time loom is done, you'll have enough food that you can force drop to have no idle TC. Now, the downside of this one is that you won't have enough wood in the bank to build a lumber camp straight away, so you have to long distance mine or long distance gather some wood. Most of the time, if you get a good TC spot like this, the wood gathering at that distance is not very inefficient. So it's only 4 tiles away from the TC, that's no problem. Okay, I'm going to press loom, send the villagers to collect the shorefish. Already got 30 food in the bank from the shorefish villager on the other side of the map. And then I may not even have to force drop. No, I am going to. I'll force drop to get the first villager out. Now this villager will often die in a team game. You can palisade wall to the mill if you want, but like often you will get at least 1 shorefish out of it, if not 2. Sometimes that villager can be there all the way into Castle Age without getting found. So even though you will most likely lose that villager at some point, I think doing the build this way is worth it. And then you can just forget about that villager. You can even use it as a house villager, but I just prefer to keep the villager working on shorefish personally. So Chinese don't have to build a house at the start. Their town centre provides 15 population space, so you can delay making your first house. And I'm going to start sending some villagers to wood now, because I've got enough wood for a house, but I need to get the wood for a lumber camp as my second Dark Age building. And then you're going to be bringing in some boars. Rhinos and elephants, similar to boars on Nomad, also spawn in a triangle. The distance between them is further away, I'm pretty sure. So here I can see 2, so there's probably going to be another one over here. And I've got one right on top of my TC. So because that's right there, I'm not in any particular rush to bring that in. So I might do it now. You sort of want to have around 8 villagers on the Rhino. I sort of want it to come around here. It's really not... It's having trouble with the pathing because of the stone next to my TC, so I'll just have to gather that in a little bit inefficiently, but that's okay. And then here, I'm going to go for the first house before I go for the lumber camp. I'll just stick 1 more villager there. And then continue to sheep scout. I've lost a couple of my sheep to the AI, and they're very good at vacuuming up sheep. And then after these villagers come back in, I can build a lumber camp. So I'll go there and there. Okay, 8 villagers on the Rhino. Put that up. And I'm just going to leave those villagers on wood. I mean, at this point I just need probably another 10 wood for a house, and then that's all the wood that I need in Dark Age. There are some instances where you might want to get more wood. For instance, if you want to come out and get another pond with shorefish on it, that's always not a bad idea. So in that instance, if you wanted to do that, you would leave more villagers on wood. So here I'm going to bring this villager in to the town centre. That villager is going to be fine because they've got loom. And then I like to go up around 20 population with Chinese. So I will pre-build the next house. 2 rhinos. The AI has found all of my sheep. And then this villager is nearly finished gathering 200 food, and then she'll move on to that shellfish there. There. And then I'm going to get the 20th. I'm on to the 20th villager. I can probably just force drop this food, and I should be able to get up to feudal age. Yes, to feudal age. I'm sorry. Now, as soon as you click up, you need to move some villagers to wood. Now, if you're going archers, which is usually what I prefer to do with Chinese, but they can do scouts as well, you probably want to send 12 villagers to wood. So here I've got 8. And then I'm actually going to try something here. I'm going to go 2 lumber camps. Just so my wood chopping is more efficient. And after that, I'm going to go a barracks. Just make sure that there's only 1 villager on top of that. We'll get those villagers onto shellfish. Actually, I do have a couple of sheep left, so I'll bring those under the TC. I'll go send a vill over there to grab those and build a house. Alright, so my second lumber camp is up, and then I'm going to start rushing up a barracks with a couple of these villagers when I've got the wood, which will be now. And then this should be pretty efficient. Make sure I micro that a bit. I should have enough wood to build an archery range immediately in feudal, hopefully. So I need 175 for that. I think I'm going to have it, and I should be able to start it immediately after the barracks goes up. So that's going to work out quite nicely, actually. Alright, let's get that up. Build a spearman straight away. Just pop that villager over there on that shellfish and start sending some villagers to food. I need to build a mining camp now, so I'm going to send a villager out there to do that. I also need a new house. Okay, so I've got enough for 1 archer. I don't have enough for the second one. Now this can be, if you don't have like a close goal, there can be a bit of delay on that. So I'm going to send some villagers over there. I'm going to get in double bit axe as well. So we need 7 villagers on gold for double range archers. Send you over there. Another house. So it's just going to be a little bit before I can get out my second archer because it's 45. There we go, get that one up, and then I'll be going for the second archery range. Okay, now I've got the 7 on gold, so that's what I need for double range archers. Villagers onto food, and then I think 11 to 12 villages is good for wood. Just because I'm a little bit slow. Actually, that's going to be fine. I think the 7 on gold there. So I have enough for another archer now. And then I want to get a blacksmith. Okay, get those. Start getting those archers out. Get that blacksmith up. And then we'll start sending some, maybe 1 more to gold. Gold is the cap here for archers. And then when that blacksmith goes up, I want to get fletching. So it's a bit less than 50 gold with Chinese. It's 47. Yep. So you probably always want to have a few spearmen with your archers just to protect them from scouts. Start sending villagers food. I've got 13 on wood. I think that's pretty good. And then I can think about going over, like collecting these deer and going and doing a second mill. So I was doing that. I've popped my archers and stuff over here. And also, now you can sort of start thinking about building your market. Just keep queuing those villagers over. Keep building archers. I don't usually get horse collar with Chinese in this map. Usually just stay on Dark Age farms. Okay, so we've got... Might even pop an outpost over there. And then usually what happens on African clearing, at least for me, is I often am I'm using the market to balance my resources if I'm going an aggressive build like this. Oh, I need a house, like, right now. Oh, yeah. It's just the AI's going skirmishes. Well, that didn't help much, did it? Now I'm floating resources, so this is when you would start to buy a bit of food, like using the market and whatnot, and sort of set your eco up for Castle Age. So here, I've got a little bit too much wood, so I can just keep buying. Buy your way up. You can even sell your stone if you want. Sell your stone and mine it back. Oh, hello. Sell that. Buy a bit more. Bit more food. So that player's research armor now. I haven't got armor yet. I've got more numbers though. So I could get armor if I wanted to. Actually, do that off. Castle Age. Alright, so that's a demonstration of how to do Chinese into like a feudal opening on African clearing. It took me a few goes to get that right because I keep getting interrupted by my cats or something like that. Alright, I think I'll stop the video here. Thanks for watching guys, and I hope you look forward to the next video.